And welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into Go Battle League. As you can see, currently rank 8, 21, 28, and we're in the Ultra League. So we'll jump in, and I've not been having much luck, to be honest, or much skill either, let's be fair. And so my current team, well, the team I used last was Lapras, Giratina, and Cresselia. I think I'm going to change that up. So the only issue I have is I'm not really coming up against many steel types, so I probably don't need to worry so much about the steel. We'll see what happens. So I am thinking of switching up the Giratina here. So I have changed it to Dragon Breath because I think that might have a little bit more play on a few other things, but I'm going to stick with Lapras in the lead, and then we'll go from there. So actually, what I'm going to do is switch up the Lapras. So I'm going to switch the Lapras into Togekiss on the... Actually, I'm going to have Dragon Breath Giratina on the lead with Togekiss and Cresselia in the back. And we'll see how we go. The reason I want Togekiss is because a lot of people are running fighters now. And dark types, and if I've got one that's not uber weak to it, would be really nice. So I'll give it a go. We'll see how we run. I do really like Charm as a fast move as well, so hopefully we get some decent match. So Celia 88 on the lead here. So let's see, first battle, let's see what we get. So Giratina on the lead versus Articuno. So this is not ideal, except I do know that the so I'm just going to absolutely go for this charge move straight away. I don't know whether to let the Icy Wind go. So they've shielded that first one up, so that's fine. Bit of lag there. So I will match shields here, and then swap out because I don't want to, so hopefully I can get to my Moonblast before they can. I cannot. So what they're probably going to do is Icy Wind me here and then switch out into something else. Let's find out. So yeah, they got the debuff there, so I'm just going to throw the Moonblast straight away. Obviously, they're going to be dark pulsing like you would not believe. So hopefully I can get a debuff. No, can't. No debuff there. And I'm going to let this go. So I'm not going to shield this up. Obviously, it's going to be a dark pulse. But it's not terribly bad, to be honest. So I will just throw the Moonblast straight away, because if it gets the debuff, then happy days. So I'm just checking what move they have. So they have got the dark type fast move there. I think they're over farming a little bit. And the question is, do I want to shield this up or do I not? So I'm not going to shield this up. I'm going to come in with the Togekiss here, and then I should be able to farm that down. I will need to... so they're going to... Let's... So I'm not going to shield, so they probably get to a charge move before I can get to the, finish them off. So that's unfortunate, but I will, oh, that's really bad. So they managed to get to the Sludge Wave as I fainted. So I was thinking that they were going to be, baiting there, but nope, one shot the Togekiss. So they've shielded this up, and this is really bad. So this is GG's. There's nothing I can do now. Yeah, so they're going to debuff me here, and obviously no way of getting the debuff out. Let's see what they do. So I expect they may switch this out. What are they switching to? So I'm going to throw the Shadow Sneak. I don't really know why. So possibly I should have been throwing... definitely should have been throwing the Dragon Claws. And just, 100% needed to shield up the Togekiss there, and got one shot by the Alolan Muck. So that was really bad. Really bad matchups for me there throughout, to be completely honest. So jump into the second one, and hopefully we get something a little bit better. Obviously they had the perfect setup there, so Articuno on the lead. Yeah, and just perfect swap-ins to deal with me. So so I'm hoping this isn't Dragon Breath, but it is. So Dragon Breath there, really bad for me. I don't know whether it's going to be Outrage or Crunch. I imagine it's going to be a Crunch, so either way I'll probably shield up the first one. Oh, they're not shielding up theirs, which is fine. So what I might do is shield this one up. So I fully expect this to be the Crunch, and then what I'm going to do is switch into the, so I'm going to charge up a little bit here, and then switch into my Togekiss. Oh, so we both switched at the same time. Unfortunately, they managed to, we both switched at the same time. They switched in Registeel, and I switched in a Togekiss. So I'm obviously not going to be winning this one, because this is GG's. Yeah, really not ideal. So he managed to draw a shield there, which is nice. So I'm not going to shield this up either. The question is, who do I go in against? Because these are both going to resist. So I guess I can hope to get a debuff with this Cresselia. What I probably should have done, in all honesty, is, so let's see if I can get my Moonblast off, is go in with the Giratina, because that's got a worse matchup, I guess, against the Gyarados, and that's just, not good at all. Not good at all. So, oh, and they've Focus Blasted. So I'm not 100% sure why they've Focus Blasted there. What have they got? Oh, so I'm not going to shield this up. It's probably going to be a Crunch, which is going to do a bit of damage. But let's see if I can farm this down now. Thankfully I can. I don't even know what their third Pokemon is at the moment, so let's find out. So they've brought in their own Cresselia. So I'm going to get the Moonblast off here. I'll try and get to a second one before they can. So I'm just up against it here. No debuffs for me. Question is, do I let this go down? And yeah, so I'm going to let this go. So Dragon Breath here is, yeah, so again, another good game here. There's no way of coming back from this. Not with that Reggie sitting in the back there, ready with some moves there. So I'm just going to throw the Dragon Claw here, because, well, at this point they're very, very close, so they're going to force me to shield here. So I will shield this up, and this is game over. Yeah, unfortunately, this is where not switching, and they got the debuff as well, just to really rub the salt into the wound there. So, yeah. So it looks like, after saying, oh, I don't see Registeels, obviously, out come the Reggie. And so far, the Togekiss has been absolutely useless in both games. Game 1 was my own fault. Game 2, obviously, just an unlucky switch. So we both switched at the same time, and they had a really good counter for me. To be fair, Registeel is a pretty good counter for my entire team, so regardless of what I switched in, I was in trouble. So this is not a good lead for me. So what I'm going to do here is... Okay. Well, I mean, the first win of the round is that cheap victory. I guess, so that was the advantage of having Dragon Breath. So the Dragon Breath still has some play against the Alolan Muck, so possibly that's why they quit, but I mean, it's a little bit early for that. Particularly with the way I've been playing my previous games. So I've got to try and remember the names of these people. So PKYN04. Let's see. So both got Giratina. So they've got Shadow Claw, so they're going to be getting to charge moves faster than me. And oof, so not quite quickly enough did I swap that one out. But I am doing more damage on with my Dragon Breath. So it's, yeah, we'll see. So what I want to do is try and catch one of their charge moves. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, and then swap. Nope, no swapping. So I'm going to shield this up because I do want to win switch here. Let's see if they're going to go match my shields. I really want to win switch. So able to get to my next charge there. I expect they may shield this up. No shield. Okay, so losing switch, but and that's brutal. So the question is, what do I go with here? So I'm going to go with the Cresselia here. Let's see what they do. So I think they've got a bit of lag there, which is unfortunate for them. And going to throw this Moonblast straight up. Oh, yeah, lots of lag there. Oh, this is not ideal. So let's see what we get. No. So they are charming away, so that's fine. So no shield necessary. It'll probably be the Ancient Power. So hopefully they don't get the boost, but it's going to do next to no damage to this thing. So we did go at the same time. So I would have liked to store up some... Well, actually, no. Throwing straight away is probably better against the... Oh, and that's perfect. But, I mean, they switched out. So the Empoleon comes back in. So this is not ideal for me, so I'm not going to shield this up. I expect this to be the Hydro Cannon. It is, but this is really not good because that, as you can see, that Hydro Cannon does a lot to me. And I'm not necessarily... Oh wow, okay, so this is not good at all. I'm just thinking, what do I do here? So I'm not going to shield this up. And to be completely honest, this, so the Togekiss has done absolutely nothing for me in the game, in these games. It's been at a real, pain. Basically, it's just been wasting a slot. And it would have been much better off having, well, pretty much anything else. So I really would like a debuff there, which I did get. I will have to shield this up because obviously they're going to be... Hydro Cannon's still going to do enough damage, and then the fast move farming down from... So I do need to... I'm going to go 1 over and then throw. So this should be taking this out, and then it'll be dependent on how close the Togekiss is to being able to get to the charge move. This is going to be very close, but I did manage to get there. So must have 1 HP left, and that Togekiss is turning out to be really not very useful. So I think they had a bit of lag there in when they first brought out the Togekiss, and had that not been the case, I would have absolutely got schooled there. So the steel types are really what's causing me a problem, and I am actually, after saying, oh, I don't see many steel types, I've pretty much seen a steel type in every match. So I'm going to stick with the Togekiss and the Giratina on the lead, but so far I'm not sold. Really not sold on that. Xavier chose. We'll see what they've got in the lead. So 2 wins, 2 losses. Well, let's be honest, it's 2 losses, 1 win, and then 1 forfeit, which was bizarre. But I mean, you've got to get lucky sometime. So let's jump in and well, hopefully this match will start. No, so error finding match. Let's jump in again. Heteros MC. Okay, what have they got on the lead? So this is not ideal. So this would be better if so I'm not going to be shielding up what they throw, and I'm just going to actually throw I'm going to throw a Dragon Claw. To be honest, this is probably a complete waste of time. They're not going to shield this. I should have just thrown the Shadow Sneak there. It's going to do slightly more damage. They're really saving up a lot of energy here. So this is interesting. I really do want to take this out though. Oh, okay, so they've shielded up that time. So I'm not going to shield. I don't really know what its second move is going to be, to be honest. If it's the Hydros, then they're going to be resisted, so they're not going to be doing huge amounts of damage, but yeah, so again, I'm going to take it, risk it, and we'll see what we get. So another Hydro Cannon. So I expect they have a third Hydro Cannon ready to go, to be honest. So no, so managed to get to the Shadow Sneak first. Let's see if they go 2 shields here, so it'll be interesting to see. So they've not gone the 2 shields, so that's fine. So hopefully I'll be able to charge them down, which I can, so that's absolutely outstanding, and I was not expecting that. So this time out comes the Giratina, and I'm going to bring out now, this is where it actually has come in handy to have the, so I fully expect this first one to be an Earthquake, so I will shield this up. Let's find out. Is it the Earthquake? No, just the Hydro Cannon bait, so that's not ideal. But I will throw my, obviously, the Moonblast as soon as possible here. It'll be really interesting to see. So I expect them to use the shield. Yeah, so use the shield because obviously, and I got the debuff, so that's absolutely perfect. So no shield here for me. This is probably going to now be the Earthquake. It makes sense to throw the Earthquake now. No, Hydro Cannon. So they're obviously going for the bait here. Oh, straight into it. So should have ticked straight in, but that's fine. Let's just throw another one and then get this Moonblast going, and hopefully we can get this close. Do we get another debuff? Oh, another debuff, so that's absolutely perfect. So no need to shield here. So I'm going to throw the Moonblast straight up. So what I should have done is swapped straight out, because obviously so I'm actually going to use my shield here, charge up to the, and then swap out, just because obviously then if they take me out, I can, I've got a charge move coming back in against the Swampert. So either way, so this is going to be a Hydro Cannon. They can't do an Earthquake here, so they will be Hydro Cannoning me. They'll probably get another one in, which will take me close if it doesn't take me out, but then they're not going to have enough energy to throw another Hydro Cannon when my Cresselia comes back in, and that's why I've got the Moonblast stored and ready to go, because yeah, happy days. So Moonblast there, take them out, and then get the win. So for once, so 1 in 5 games that Togekiss came in useful. So to be honest, I don't think the Togekiss is the way to go. So I think that a more useful one there is going to be the Swampert, to deal with some of those steel types that I saw. So managed to get the 3 wins there. So really it was 2 and 2. The third game they quit out right at the start, so interesting that a wild Metagross appeared. So I'm going to try and be a little bit greedy here and go for a bit of extra candy. So like I always say, I've got a video that's looking at excellent throws and how to improve them. So I got lucky with that one. Managed to only get a great though. So I'll link to that video now if you want to check that out. And basically it's for raid bosses, the thing that it's more interesting for. So that was an absolutely terrible throw. So really puts the pressure on when I say watch this video, how to improve your excellent throws, and then I throw an absolute brick. So let's just get that circle a little bit smaller, lock it at that size, wait for the attack, and then we'll throw halfway through. Hopefully I can actually get something a little bit better. Oh, and it's jumping again. So really demonstrating how not to throw here, and thankfully I'm going to get another chance at demonstrating how not to throw here, so that's really good. Managed to fluke an excellent there, so like I said, check that video out and hopefully it can be helpful. Really would like this to stay in the ball now because I'm sick of throwing at it, which it has, so happy days. Completed a task, 5 berries there when catching, so let's see if this is any good. 15, 10, 12, no, it's not good, so bye bye. Let's see how we did. So 21, 28 to beat, so obviously that's going to go up, so I reckon about 21, 35 maybe. Let's have a look. So 21, 39, so that's actually gone up a bit more than I was expecting, so happy with that. So I think the Togekiss there is a bit of a liability. It did obviously help in that second game. The second game, so the 5th game, the very last game, it was useful in. I didn't run into any fighters, and I ran into a whole lot of steel types. So I think I'm going to have to swap in the Swampert there and see how we go. So I'll probably go Swampert on the lead, possibly. Yeah, let's see how we go. That's it for now. Hopefully that was useful for someone. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye for now.